Okay, children. In early class, we discussed about European history. Under that, different periods from 400 to 0 to 400, 400 to 800, 800 to 1300, 1300, and 1300 to 1800, 1800 to still now we discussed deeply. And European history, which is discussed from city states and especially Roman Empire culture, we discussed it. Now we are going to discuss about Italian states. So under that, the revival of Italian cities. It means revival of Italian cities means the flourish of Italian cities. So Italian cities, when they contact with or correlation with or trade relations they made with Mongols. So Mongols means, who are the Mongols in Asian continent? Top of the China, Mongols are there. So center of the Asia, Mongols are there. This is a powerful empire. And these Mongols and the Italian states making relations. Afterwards, in Mongols, Byzantine Empire. Mongols Empire is known as Byzantine Empire. And Italian states controlled by the Roman Empire. So, these two empires made contacts and trade relations with both trade relations. And afterwards, this is Islamic state and this is a Christian state. And these states started relations. Then both the states well known by almost all states in the world. So in the same scenario, Islamic empire is the very strongest empire. They observed the Roman Empire. Afterwards, all basics and their secrets identified by the Islamic empire. Afterwards, they attacked on Roman Empire and they occupied. So that is the thing. And here, city states, very important thing. Roman city states, Florence, Venice, Padua, and Corsica and Genoa. These are all famous city states. Out of these famous city states, Venice and Genoa are two different. Why? Because they are very speed in culture. Later, what is meant by clergy? Clergy means, so the members of a church is known as clergy. Who are they? The priest, bishop, cardinals and the pope. According to their rank, their name was designed. So priest, bishop, cardinals and the pope, which is designed here. So clergy playing important role in the society. So that's why here clergy term was given. It is a technical term, clergy. They play dominant role in the society. Later, European society is divided into different categories. What are that? Feudal lords. First of all, king. Under that, feudal lords. Afterwards, rich merchants. Afterwards, banks. Afterwards, common people. They are farmers. Farmers are common people. This is the category. But these three category people playing important role in the administration. So these three people playing important role in the administration or government. They play important role to turn any type of activities. They only give ideas to the government or king or rulers. So these people plays feudal lords. So total lands within the hands of feudal lords, total business, rich merchants and bankers, the loan giving or money giving persons are called bankers. And last category is the farmers or serf. Farmers are serf. Serf means I said already, a farmer which is working under control or which is working under a landlord and doing multi activities. One side agriculture activities, another side war activities. Both the activities done by only one person is known as a serf. So later, next topic is humanism and universities. Humanism and universities. When the Mongols are attacked on Constantinople, then the scholars and the poets, the writers and the scientists and several members, they carry with knowledge books. When they settle in other nations at the time what happens? They read number of books. Afterwards, their thinking capacity, their literature is also enhanced. Automatically, the development take place. So that's why finally we say in 1453, after what the thing was happened, Constantinople was overthrown by Mongols or Turusk. Then Ottoman Empire come to the power. So in Europe, Muslims started their ruling. So that is most important thing. So Constantinople overthrown in 1453. This is an important mark in the European history. The Mongols started. At that time, knowledge was flourished. Several members went to the Germany, it means Weimar. And several members went to the France and Netherlands. Several members went to Netherlands. Several members went to England. So, at the time, what the thing was happened? Humanism was spreaded. Humanism. What is called humanism? That is the most important thing. Humanism means who is thinking about nature and interest of man. Humanism means who is thinking about nature and interest of a man is called a humanist. So at the time, art, literature, culture, traditions along with the religion all are totally changed. So this is thinking capacity of a human being was changed. Thinking capacity of a human being was changed. So that is the most important thing here. So you observe here in society about this total culture. Humanism and universities. What is humanism? I said just now. Now universities means here Pada is there, no? There one university is there. Pada University. Several universities are established in European city-states, and Bible, Greek, in first Bible is there in Greek language. Later the Bible was printed in English. When Bible was come to the force, automatically people getting good knowledge because they read number of real facts and afterwards they followed the real facts. They didn't believe the church and the church father or pope cautions when they read about the Bible. So that is also very important thing. Good changes are came after printing of the Bible. So that is also most important thing here. So next one, Next one we discuss about after humanism and universities. Universities. We are going to discuss next topic in next part. Okay.